Let's ride into the sunset together. Stir up, booster up, side by side. When the day is through, I'll be here with you. Into the sunset we will ride. Yo-lay-oo, yo-lay-oo, yo-lay, yo-lay, yo-lay. I'll be your cowgirl, you'll be
What the hell are you doing?
Oh, shit.
You are weeks behind. What's going on with you? It's called the holidays, vacation time. Also, it wasn't much of a vacation. I spent the whole time moving. It's February. The holidays have long been over. So, what's wrong with that? I'm no YouTube slave. I'm not yours either. Well, I think you've had just about enough of a break. It's time for the next video. People are waiting.
I don't really feel like messing with computers and stuff right now, you know? Just want to focus back on some simpler times.
So you mean like 200 years into the future?
No, you know what I mean.
Oh, I get it. Brilliant. A video about Mojave. On the Mac Pro.
No. Actually,
It's perfect. Install it on an SSD.
I'm not installing that garbage OS.
What did you just say?
I said I'm not installing that garbage OS.
Why don't you examine the OS you're already using? Windows 10 is far more deserving of the garbage pile.
Maybe if you took those sunglasses off, you could appreciate a real operating system.
A real operating system? Maybe you should consider getting glasses. Last I checked, you're not running Arch Linux. And besides, you haven't even used Mojave or High Sierra yet. You're still running 1012 on this.
What if every OS sucks? Every single one of them sucks on goddamn ice. You have all your little complaints and problems that you have with them that are apparently a big deal. That is until you don't have a computer for some reason. And then suddenly, everything's different. You don't have any of those complaints anymore. It's just sort of like you really start to appreciate what your computer could really do for you. If we all learn to just appreciate what amazing devices we have, and how we are quite fortunate to have the opportunity to use them in this day and age, maybe we would stop arguing about such trivial matters.
I don't know what you're on about, but you've gone far too long without following orders.
Heh, fine. I don't need you anyway.
Perhaps if you want to simplify your life, or maybe cherish computers in their absence, you might try reading a book instead of wasting your time with mind-numbing video games.
Books?
Hey smokers, Jiraga1 here, and for all of those out there who feel somewhat excluded by that phrase, remember, it includes smokers, tokers, vapors, and anyone who has at any point in their lives been exposed to automobile exhaust. So, I'm pretty sure you're included if I'm referring to smokers. Now, obviously the elephant in the room here is, I haven't made videos for a little while. People in the past have said, oh, take as long as you like, take a break whenever you want, it doesn't matter. And that's fine, and I appreciate the support, but YouTube sort of puts you on this endless treadmill that keeps increasing in speed, and at some point you really can't keep up with it. But it gets into your head, it makes you think that You absolutely have to make videos all the time, once a week, if not more, to keep up with the trends. And you keep on seeing all these videos in the sidebar that are all these clickbait titles and all that. It's like, is this what I'm going to have to do to survive? And I was like, nuh-uh. Basically, I'm going to do what I want. I'm not going to let YouTube get under my skin. And if it means that their algorithm or anything else buries my channel, I don't give a fuck, because I'm not going to live that life to strain myself to the point where I absolutely hate doing what I do. And I almost got to that point. But luckily somehow I was able to start the camera up today. So anyway, you're seeing a whole bunch of stuff on the table. I was working on a few projects to kind of get back into the swing of things, but that's not what we're going to be looking at today. We're not going to be looking at something that can break or fail or crash or mess up. We're going to be looking at some stuff that can't break in any way, shape, or form. No way for it to crash or anything. No mistakes, no troubleshooting, although I know you guys really like that part. But we're keeping it simple for this video. We're actually going to be looking at some books today. Oh, and you probably noticed my voice sounds a little different. Throughout the years, people have noted that as soon as I switched to my DSLR, my voice got all studio sounding like, and some people really didn't like that. They liked the old background hiss of the old mic. Well, I just unplugged the headset, and now I'm using the built-in mic in the camera, so we'll see how that sounds compared to the old camera, which was always open mic. Also, I've gone so long without making a video that my on-screen Casio watch had died after 9 years of continuous operation. Look, it's a book. This is mostly just a test book so I can see how it looks on the camera. One of the problems I'm having is my lighting. It's been a problem for a long time. There's only been a handful of videos where I use good lighting, and this is not one of them. I don't really have a whole lot of space in my new apartment for lighting to be set up all the time. Actually, before we get started with the books, why don't we just take a look at the damn lights? Oh, there they are, sitting in a corner. Pathetic. So basically, this is what they look like when they're folded up. They don't take a lot of space, but shit. Damn it. Well, so there's a big umbrella that folds out and takes up a lot of volume in my place, and then I need to have a CFL plugged in here, and so yeah. And you may have seen shots of it unfurled. I'm not going to unfurl it right now, but if I have both of them set up, it makes all my videos look fantastic. But I would have no room to actually get from the living room to the kitchen at all. So minor complaints, but when you're trying to make videos, it kind of gets a little bit old after a while. Okay, now if we're totally done complaining about bullshit, we can get down to it. Oh, well, that's a little bit better. Now I just can't wait to hear what the sound sounds like. This was one of the books that I had since I was a kid, learning to use DOS and Windows 3.1. There's a DOS version of this. This has got to be the best dummies writer ever. I don't read a lot of dummies books, but this has got to be the best dummies writer ever. Oh my god, I could probably reference a lot of different stuff here about just how hilarious it is. Let me see if I can find one. Nerdy stuff to ignore. Learning which icons to avoid. I don't know, maybe I remember this was funnier than it actually was. I can't remember now. I have to really get into reading this because I don't really read books. And I definitely don't, so far, enjoy reviewing them. Usually I just show off books when it's a manual that goes with something else I'm looking at. Hell, I don't even review things at all. I just kind of mess around with them and break them. Ignore these awful graphics terms. Okay. The mouse and that double click. So yeah, this is written for people who are pretty much computer novices. But it's probably one of the best books you could probably read for learning how to use it, although it's tremendously out of date, obviously. Yeah, and so I also have a DOS version of this. I also have a Windows 98 version of this, and but I think they're all written by Andy. I'm not sure. So this really wasn't what I was intending to look at. This is the real stuff I wanted to look at. These aren't really books. These actually are manuals, and they're manuals to the Apple IIgs, as you can see. Apple IIgs Owner's Guide. Now we're talking. I've not looked at these once. These have been with me for, I think, 3 moves, 2 or 3 moves. I should have probably gotten rid of them a long time ago, but fuck. Fuck. You know, there's a lot of small text on here. I can't really tell if this is in focus or not. I even have an external display that's showing me what's going on, and it's still shit. So I almost need like a friggin' 4K monitor to friggin' tell this shit. Yeah, so it tells you how to turn it on and plug it in. Oh, actually, let's go back to the beginning. Oh, whoa. Well, let's look at this. What is that an Apple One? Yep. So there's a preface to the manual. It implies a story, I suppose. It looks like a printer, the original image writer, the floppy disk, and another thing that I can't really tell what it is. Oh, a joystick is physically stretching the Apple IIgs. There's a roadmap to manuals because there's so many friggin' many of them. I even have an Apple Works reference card. Setting up your Apple IIgs. Okay. An Image Writer 2 manual. This is not the same computer, but okay. See, now there's not a single Apple product that comes with anything close to this. They don't even have included manuals. You have to go online if you want any semblance of a manual. I always used to think that when I saw promotional images like this, where it's like some dude using an Apple IIgs, this is like, is this how normal people use their computer? Because I'm just like kind of slouched over, eating some Cheetos, my desk is a total mess, and so is the whole room. But apparently normal people live in completely white voids with a very tidy desk. Yeah. I just know they use the void to save on ink. But I mean, they weren't cheaping out or anything, because, I mean, it's in full color. Now you're lucky if you get a black and white one. Yeah, okay, there's a joystick, there's a modem. Okay, well, it's not, I mean, they're all Apple design. Like, you can tell this is an Apple keyboard, an Apple mouse, an Apple monitor, and that's, I believe that's the image writer. But they don't describe them by product name, which is kind of humble. Usually it'd be like, the trademark copyright Apple display that will give you everything you need. A lot of cartoons, I gotta say. If the power goes off, a document is lost. I mean, that's kind of cute, I guess. You spill your coffee on your floppy disk. Like, this is almost worth it just for the little cartoons and stuff. And some guy with an Apple IIgs at a candy store as a young child looks on. I wonder how many people who ran candy stores had this. What is this? Like, how expensive was all this? Like, a couple $1,000s? That's a lot. Clicking. Ooh, that's nice. Look at this. Tells you all about every single key you need to worry about. I can probably learn a few things from that. You know, one of these white void rooms with a very 80s looking desk there, I gotta say. Got some blinds, you know, hanging in nowhere. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm like kind of stuffed up right now. So this is almost like a dummies book in that it's kind of just explaining some simple stuff, you know. Computer as a record keeper, okay. Oh, I think we ran out of pictures. Oh no. I don't know how to read. That's it. So now we're going to go through all of them, I guess. You know, like a 2-hour video of me going through all these? This is ridiculous. So, is the image writer manual as colorful? Grayscale, but it still has a lot of pictures just for a friggin' printer manual. Times have changed, really. Manuals were way better. But it really doesn't matter in the end, because what am I going to do? I'm not actually going to go through this and use it. I'm just going to set it on a shelf and not use it like I haven't for the past 2 years. I mean, that's the reality to, like, collecting any of this stuff. It's like, cool, like, oh, look how nice this is. Wasn't it good in the good old days? Okay, back on the shelf, like, I guess you won't enjoy it that way, but okay. 512K. Okay, oh, now we're not even in the void anymore. We're in real life. I feel the further back we go, like, the more money Apple had for making their manuals. Oh, this was probably during Steve era. He's like, we gotta have full color everything, photographs. I can't imagine the cost of just these manuals alone. I suppose the cost for printed material was a lot less back in those days because it was more common. Now, if you try to get some, people don't print as much like this, I guess. I don't know. Still make books today, so. Look at all this. Oh god, is that the hard disk expansion? It looks so silly. What is this? They tell you what's on the inside. Apple would never do that today. I may have like bad ADD, like caused by using smartphones. It's so cute. Did yourself a splitter, make a real network. What the hell is this? Oh, modem, I guess. Yeah, all right. Just any more beige boxes I can hang around my house, I just love that. Oh, lots of dark colors here. Look at this. Look at the gloss. Oh, good lord. This is just like $1 million to print this one page. Where are those reports I asked you for? It's like the solitaire game's almost over, honey. I know solitaire didn't really come with the original 512K Mac, but I mean, you could friggin' get some solitaire shit. Cleaning your mouse ball, replacing your battery, getting the sad Mac. Did you guys ever watch that episode of 6 in the City where what's her name goes to get her Mac fixed? I remember seeing that when I was like 13 or something. And I thought I was like, oh, Mac nerd at the time, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen that before. That's unhappy Mac. Yeah. And the guy at the computer store was like, oh yeah, that's sad Mac. And I'm like, oh god, I'm a failure. I misnamed it. And nothing has really changed since then, as you all know. See, now we have an actual realistic looking work environment. This is like an office, not exactly a cubicle, it's sort of more open. I guess this is like a cubicle wall, just really low. But yeah, this looks like any office you'd see in any office, I guess. I've never had an office job, so I don't know exactly how it's like, but hell, if I've seen enough offices in fictional media. Oh yeah, don't forget this very important little clip thing here. This allows you to reset the Mac while it's running, so you don't have to keep clack, clack, the switch in the back. And then we got the end of that one, and I guess I'll go a couple of things. I wanted to know what was in this one. A couple of things that they might not have told you when you bought the computer. Another color pamphlet. This looks like the packing list for whoever bought the Apple IIgs. It doesn't appear to have any prices or personal information on it, so I guess I can show it to you. It shows all the part numbers on the side and everything that came with it, and I think I have all of these things because I have like the registration card, and I'm supposed to open that. So apparently the personal information is in this one, so I can't show you this one. But basically, it is a completely filled out registration card that was never sent off. So a lot of good those things did, even when someone had the full intention to do it. Oh, here's another packing list for the printer. if I can focus somewhere. Shit. Fabric ribbon. Okay, I guess that's the ink, right? Warranty card. This should have all been in the Apple IIgs video, but I just... There's too much shit. Like, look at all this shit. Let your modem do the walking. Yeah, that's a sitcom family if I ever saw one. Oh, Apple Care existed back then. Holy shit. Setting up your Apple IIgs. This one's black and white and mainly consists of, like, just very bare bones images. Sort of more like your modern manual. I don't know how nitty gritty I want to get. There's a lot of these. I have like a stack thicker than this of these manuals. That I think this is just software stuff. Yeah, okay. For those of you who didn't believe about the thickness of the stuff I had, here's some more. I think I have more than one of these. The duo disc manual. These are pretty thin because it can't really tell you that much other than to just look at the instructions. Whoa, look at these pictures. Looks like these were taken in the friggin' 70s, and they probably were. Duo disc controller card. Yeah, look at this. Jesus. Even the carpet they're sitting on looks like it's from the 70s. Oh, man. Oh, Christ. That was some old shit. Yeah, okay. The owner's manual for the Apple IIe. How many... Like, I just flipped open the manual. The computer's already open. That would never, ever happen today. The only computers nowadays that you can open are like the RAM slot on one of the 5K iMacs. And that's it. Everything else is locked down for the most part. I mean, what was the last bastion? The 2012 MacBook Pros pre-Retina? The Mac Minis prior to 2014? So you can still replace the RAM and shit? But no, you can do fucking everything in this. You can upgrade all kinds of shit. And they allowed the end user to do it because it was so easy to pop off the back to get in. This shit right here. This is when Apple was really in their cowboy days, I tell you. This was when Steve was at the helm and shit. Although I don't think he was in charge of all the Apple stuff. And he wanted to do his own Macintosh thing. Yeah, see, look. Closing the computer. That would mean that there must have been a step to open the computer at some point. Is it right at the beginning? I don't know why there's like weird... Is there somebody puts tape on those? That might just be what it's like. That might just be a stylistic thing. The reason why manuals are so well kept is because people look at them for 3 seconds and put them on a shelf. And they're not messed with, they're used a lot. So, look, opening the box and taking it out and removing the cover is exactly the next step. Wow. Wow, that is... Whew, I don't believe it. Look at this. I think this is where the manual will actually help me. Internal power on light. 6502 processor. Auxiliary slot. Power supply casing. Main memory. Speaker. See, I wouldn't have known the difference between these three. Not the RF modulator connector, I guess, if you want to do composite out. Game I/O connector. Expansion slots. Keyboard input connector. You know, that runs internally inside the case. See, this way you could actually learn what your computer was and what was going on under the hood. Some people don't even know it's marijuana. Look what it's instructing people to do. Like, holy piss. Like, hook it up directly to your card and wow. Well, here's the thing. Back in this day, you didn't have just average consumers doing this. They figure if you're gonna buy an Apple, you know a thing or two about computers already. We're gonna give you a little refresher course here. And so, yeah, we know you're gonna dig into it. We know you're gonna open it. So here's how you do it, not fuck it up, I guess. Times have changed. Good lord. Interesting kind of backdrop here. This is Looks like some plastic it's sitting on, and then some blinds in the background. I almost thought it was some sort of like chroma keyed out like snazzy background, but that is actually a full photograph of that, I guess. Not like I'm an expert on any of this. And then once you get the computer turned on, that's when the boring stuff happens. Okay, this never frickin' happened. Well, I'm sorry, we have to look at this. Okay, how many things are just wrong here? Like, we're too lazy to get out of bed. So let's just use the freaking Apple IIe in the bed. I mean, the guy's got some orange juice. He's gonna spill it in the computer. I mean, he's clearly doing, like, homework or something. I mean, this is a TV, because, I mean, that's sort of how that kind of stuff worked. And unless you have a foam mattress like I do, you can't just sit stuff on it like it's a table. But it's gonna bounce around. This thing is gonna be fucking broken on the floor. But, I mean, it's crazier times, right? Cowboy days. We'll show you the inside of your computer, and you can use it on the bed. Give you explanations on how stuff works. Now we're almost getting in stuff that's going over my friggin' head. I had to struggle with this stuff trying to get my compact flash card to work with the 486 over here. Probably would have made a good video, but I had a mission to accomplish. So this is a little bit more realistic. We got, again, another usage scenario. This appears to be a mechanic who I guess he's doing part inventory, because he's looking at a box, and it looks like you can't really see what's on the screen, but he's looking at the UPC on the box, and it looks like he's trying to manually enter it, so I'm assuming he's doing some sort of inventory receiving or something. Getting down to business and pleasure. Oh my. I suppose this would be the business. Oh, I almost didn't see it for a second. It's like looking at some sort of cell culture or something, and there it is. I wonder how many people clicked off of this video by the time they saw the book on the table. I can only imagine. Programming, the ultimate computer skill. Yeah, when they had that. And then we got the actual realistic Apple II picture. They were in schools. You remember using one in a school if you went to school in the early 80s, late 70s, late 80s, early 90s, possibly even mid 90s if they still had them. I know in the late 90s they still had the Macintosh LCs. I shouldn't say still, they were still kind of new then. Any more pieces to the system? I see, so the executives are playing with their dollhouse here, and she's got to do all the work. I get it. Expansion cards, the floppy disk drive. Ooh, joystick. Oh, plug it in. Connecting a cassette recorder. I tried doing that. It didn't work very well. I tried to write some programs to it, and I don't think I could retrieve them. Do you think if I've made a video about this, that means I'm going to throw away these manuals now? Probably not. That's pretty much it. Well, I'm going to keep this a short video right now. Let's see, what else we got? An owner's guide just for the 800K drive. Doesn't say it's an 800K drive, but I know it is. Yeah, it's the 800K. And I did not know that it would actually work with the 512K. That would have been sort of useful. Works with Macintosh Plus. That's good. You can use it for a lot of different things. Oh, hey, check this out. I didn't even know it gave things. So it says, don't put it on top of something. Perhaps this, I don't know what this is. I don't know if they're trying to say that's a book or an external hard drive or something, or a modem maybe. You do not want you to put it on top, I guess because it'll slide off because the top is sloped, or it blocks the heat dissipation because there's no fans in these. And apparently you can put it on its side if it's just sitting by itself. So, didn't say anything about putting it underneath the Mac, though. I'm assuming they'd shit on you for that. Because if you had two of them, you could probably balance it on top of both of them. Save some desk space. and you would still be following the rules. Do I want to be a bastard and do that? I always felt that even to this day, even on like Mojave and stuff, this message still exists. Well, not the one-sided and two-sided, but it says, do you want to initialize it? I don't think the word initialize is used anywhere else in the industry on any other computer or any other system. It's always format. It's never initialize. And so someone might be like, oh, initialize it. Maybe that'll cajole it into working again. So if they do that and hit initialize, it formats it. Is there any other rationale behind that? Like they haven't changed this message box for, we got since the 80s? Okay, like, come on. It's been a long time. Or even if you use the word initialize, say you will lose all data on this disk. Or maybe it does. I can't remember. Oh, check this out. This sort of answers my question a little bit. Okay, so major natural convection or flow of heat dissipation. So the air comes in here and it goes out there. And now it says electromagnetic field interference intensity on the Macintosh. So it actually shows you the field. So I guess that's another reason why they don't want you to put it on the top, because not only is there heat, but there's also an EM field that could interfere with the working of the drive, or anything else you put there for that matter. But I guess if you have like a shelf here, and it's like in a shelf, and you have like a tape recorder or something there, maybe that could fuck with it. Because I know if you've ever used a tape player next to a microwave, oh! Let's say my ears may have been permanently damaged. Things you shouldn't do to your floppy disk drive that you've seen on every label of every floppy disk drive. Don't use the eraser portion of a pencil. Don't use a magnet next to it. Don't get it wet. Don't slide the thing, even though I do that all the time. And don't put it in direct sunlight, and it should remain between 50 and 104 degrees Fahrenheit. I want to learn the metric system so bad. I'm watching Star Trek for like 3 weeks in a row now. Wait. Jesus Christ. No, you're not seeing double. I have 2 of these because I have 2 drives. Apparently this was the cleaner manual that is less yellow on it, but... Monitor 2. I don't even know if I have the Monitor 2 anymore. I only have 2 CRTs left. I just want to see. Oh, no, 3. I do have 3. Oh yeah, this is the one. Yeah, I still have this one. This is the penny monitor. Yeah, look at that. And before this becomes like a meme. It's like, I guess it's okay looking at it from this angle. Oh yeah, it's pretty awesome looking at it from this angle. Lifting and carrying the monitor. I do that a lot when I was moving. Surprised the damn thing still works. Check this out. Check out this old logo. And the number they give you wasn't even toll free. Okay, seriously, I'm not gonna read that. Apple II AppleWorks tutorial. Oh god. Oh my god. This is just using AppleWorks. Oh, a nice lighter one. The Apple Color RGB monitor. I still have one of these. Well, this is the one that came with the Apple II GS. And that's it. That's the whole manual. Another manual. This one has kind of a cool concept art, kind of watercolor looking art. The height adjustment bar, I've never seen that, never used that. Maybe I don't have this. Okay. You've already seen my video on the image writer, I don't think we need to look at that. ProDOS supplement to the Apple IIe owner's manual. ProDOS user manual. Oh my god, like, Jesus. Like, you need a frickin' library just for these damn things. This one, of course, isn't that interesting because it's all in the software. Super serial card. Look at the fucking thickness on this. Oh my god, dude. There's no way. Oh, how did this get in here? Yeah, pretty much looks like the Andy Rathbone book, except more boring. This one's still in shrink wrap. I guess it's gonna stay like that. I already looked at that. I think we're back to where we started. Okay, so there's probably a couple I missed, but you kind of get the idea. I have a freaking load of these manuals for these computers, whatever, old computers. If you like me doing book videos, I guess let me know. And we might look at more book videos, but I didn't break anything. Nothing crashed. I mean, but everything. I didn't tear any page. Oh, I did actually fold one of the pages accidentally on the Windows user manual, but that was off camera. So yeah, those are all the books. I'm gonna be doing some more fiddling around with the 486. As you can see, I've actually taken it out of its case, and now I just have this going on. As you can see, we have a compact flash card as its boot drive now, so that's going to be interesting. And hopefully I can get off 486 because it's pretty painfully slow, and I'm having a lot of trouble with my Windows 3.1 operating system installation of the operating system. So thanks everybody for watching and putting up with the strange video and putting up with the long wait. Anybody who's still here after waiting so long for a video, I really appreciate you sticking with the channel. Again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time, and hopefully soon, of course.
Deathclaw, what the fuck?